Came back to school.
Jackson, a chopper over to Nick Ramos. The shortstop, a long throw, and he just gets Jackson from number 2. That's something you did. You played in the Cape. What's that like for these guys?
It's a great experience. Usually go there, the bat gets it down.
The shortstop, number 1.
No play for Jesse Coote down at first.
Well, it's an Indiana team that lost some big-time offense. Kyle Schwarber was the 4th overall pick. Sam Travis, their corner infielders. They have said they're going to have to grind out games offensively, maybe a little more than last year's offense did. Dustin DeMuth won the 5th round, Travis in the 2nd round, and as we said, Schwarber, their catcher last year, 4th overall. So maybe a little bit of a different approach this year. As Nick Ramos, the shortstop, takes the ball and it's 1-0.
Nick Ramos, junior shortstop out of Tampa, Florida. Plant High School, ran into his father, John Ramos, before the game. I played with John in the Yankee minor league system, was a great catcher, played here at Stanford, and now his son's at Indiana.
The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the inside. You said it. You're in baseball long enough, you cross paths with everybody, and then you start just walking around the stadium and you're crossing paths with everybody.
I had a nice talk with John. We were Yankee minor leaguers, early 90s.
And his dad played here in the mid-80s. His mom, Nick's mom, as he swings and misses, was a All-American high jumper here at Stanford as well. In fact, she had, get this, JT, she had the national indoor high jump record. She set in '87, and it stood until 2009.
Nice. Well, I knew they got their athletics from somebody. I knew they didn't get it from their dad. Sorry, John.
Quantrill turns to look Donnelly back.
I remember that.
You remember his mom setting records?
I remember him talking about it. Because we always say, when you have kids someday, they're going to be a heck of an athlete.
You're right. The 1-2 to Nick Ramos is in the dirt. And Donnelly's going to make a break for 3rd, and he will make it sliding without a throw from the freshman Bryce Carter behind the plate.
Wild pitch right there. It's a great job of base running from Donnelly. We'll take a look at it on second. He bounces off. Once you see that ball in the dirt and you see the catcher go to his knees, especially with 1 out, you can take a chance. Coaches don't mind if you make that 2nd out over at 3rd. We've already seen in Indiana an aggressive team on the bases. That's a great job of base running. Once you look in the hitting zone and when you see the ball down, you see the catcher go to his knees, you could take off because he's trying to block the ball, not necessarily catch it.
So 90 feet away, the potential first run, and a good eye from Ramos, and the count is now full. Stanford had a runner at 3rd base in the bottom of the 1st inning with 2 outs, could not score.
We'll see what they do here. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. You got a lefty up. Start that runner. Right side of the infield's open.
The payoff. Off the end of the bat, a slow roller. This will get the run home. The only play for Jackson is the 1st, and Indiana is on the... Didolo moves up to 2nd base, but Nick Ramos on the field his dad used to play on. Knocks in a run. Pretty cool.
Pretty good at bat. The only thing you don't want to do there is strike out. You want to put that ball in play, and he does it. A little ground ball to the shortstop. Runner on 1st. Didolo was off. You get him in, you get him over. Now you got a man on 2nd base with 2 outs, and a base hit can score him. Indiana can go up 2-0.
And here's the DH.
Nice at bat.
Ricky Alfonso.
It's a tough pitch too when it's 1-0 and you get a check swing because it either goes 1-1 or it goes 2-0, and it really swings in the pitcher or the hitter's favor.
3-0, fastball down the heart, strike 1. Ricky Alfonso on deck for Indiana. This game has been filled with opportunities for both teams, but for the most part, pitchers Frost and Quantrill have wiggled out.
They're throwing strikes, they're not walking anybody, and guys are putting the ball in play. And
3-1, nice pitch.
Good pitch. Full count, 2 on. Reynolds will be off on the pitch. Here's a spot where if you're Nick Ramos, just look for that baseball. Sit on a fastball and protect that plate and try and get that runner in from 2nd base with a base hit right here.
Let's see what he gets. Here's the payoff. There's the fastball, and it missed wide, ball 4. And the bases are now full for the Hoosiers. for the 8th place hitter, Ricky Alfonso. And Nick Ramos with a couple good ABs against Quantrill today.
2 quality at bats for Nick Ramos.
He pitches 48 strikes for the Indiana starter. First pitch swing and cue it over to short. Tough hop for Ramos, but he's able to make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll keep that pitch count down for Efros.
Now batting for Stanford.
First pitch swing and a nice play by Ramos. Watch this ball take a bat hot right on the lip of the grass. Look at Ramos' athletic ability. Makes the adjustment, goes up and gets it. Throws it on the run. Now I know he definitely got his athletic ability from his mother. His dad, John Ramos, we said earlier in the game, was a catcher with the Yankees in the Yankee organization. I had a chance to play with John. Great catcher, played here at Stanford. And John is built like a catcher, and his son is built like a shortstop.
1-0 pitch to Edmund.
Out of Tampa, Florida, where John makes his home now, and Nick went to Indiana all the way from Tampa.
Now you see so many guys on this Indiana team. You see a lot of Indiana, you see a lot of Illinois on that roster. 3 Californians on the team, getting to Florida, but we were talking before the game about, you know, these are the back-to-back Big Ten champs. And where do they get all their players? Well, they get their players from Big Ten country. So to see a Florida kid at shortstop, it's got to be great for the program and recruiting as well. It's already so strong at college.
Really good. Well, our field was huge. They've since moved off campus, but we played it on campus.
Right at Ramos, a strong throw, and Luke Harrison, a clean 1-2-3 inning in.
You come out.
Ramos.
So Gabe Kramer gives up a single, a sacrifice bunt, gets a ground out, and that's how Hartong ends up at third base. And runners on the corners now for Ramos, who knocked in the first run of this game back to the 2nd inning. Ramos, a switch hitter. Now in center field, Klein just played a couple steps towards the gap in left field. A 2-run home run in the last inning. The difference right now for Indiana. That's right. They're hitting the strike zone a couple times quickly.
Yeah, good spot down and away. It's a big at bat right here. If you can pick this guy up from third, make it a 3-run game.
And Ramos shoots it over to Jackson. He knocks it down. Gonna have to hurry. Has a strong arm, but not strong enough. And Indiana picks up another run. Hartong comes across. And it's now 4-1 Hoosiers.
Great at bat by Nick Ramos. A couple tough strikes. He's battling. 2 guys on. He's got to put that ball in play with 2 strikes. Fights him off the other way. Jackson with almost a great play. Ball just triples up in his glove. Ramos with the speed to beat it out. Nick Ramos has had some big at bats for Indiana today. RBI in the first. Threw a walk in the 4th and got a base hit right there in the 8th. Indiana up 4-1.
Not that many times, I think, JT, you get to play where your dad played.
That's
a special day for the Ramos family.
Very.